And we're back. Joining me today is Craig Housman and Michael Mann. They're from Housman, Garratt, Duncan, and Mann. And we're gonna field some of your questions that you called in about Social Security, disability, and workers' compensation. Y'all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, our first caller wants to know, I caught my hand in a machine on an assembly line at work and mangled it pretty badly. My boss tells me not to bother reporting it as a work injury because it was my fault for putting my hand in the position for that to occur, so I cannot recover workers' compensation benefits. Is that true?
Short answer is no. you need help. Workers' compensation is a classic example of no-fault coverage. The worst that could happen if an employee was really negligent in causing his or her own injury is that they might get 15% less workers' compensation than they otherwise would be receiving. But it is not a fault-based system. It is, if you got hurt on the job doing what you were supposed to do, the employer owes for your medical coverage, and hand injuries in particular are usually significant in terms of what damage it'll cause the employee long term in being able to make a living, and for that reason they get paid better in workers' compensation. You need help.
Okay. All right. Our next caller wants to know, I've been out of work for several months and plan to file for disability. However, I still have $5,000 in savings. Is this going to hurt my case?
I think for the question that you're asking, no, it won't affect your case. For Social Security disability insurance, which is Title II, the amount of money that you have in the savings account does not matter. The amount of money you have in a retirement account does not matter. But for Title 16, which is supplemental security income, that would matter. Now, most of the time when you stop working, if you apply within a few months after you stop working, you're probably applying for SSDI, you're probably applying for the Title II, which is a better program. But there are situations out there where you might actually have to apply for SSI. You might not be qualified for SSDI, which is that Title II program that's better. If you have to apply for SSI, then it would matter, and frankly, you probably need an attorney for both of them, but definitely if you're doing SSI and you've got some funds sitting there, figuring out how to navigate that would be helpful.
Okay. All right, we have a quick question here. A person was forced into an MSA and he wants to know if he can get control of his money.
I doubt it from the language of the MSAs that we have entered with our clients' consent. You got to read it pretty darn carefully, but they are tightly drawn documents. The professional managers keep a close eye on that. They do this all the time. It is unfortunate that Kentucky has allowed these to become standard operating procedures in settling workers' compensation cases. But that is the fact, and you're better off with that probably than the alternative, even though it is frustrating to have money in an account that you can't access as you wish.
Gotcha. Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this, okay? Come back.